Just checking the sound here. Waiting. Right. It's not yet coming online. There we go. Waiting. All right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Sorry about the background noise and being late. There's some cooking going on, so there's some sounds today. But we'll try to play in between that, or hopefully it'll stop. Yeah, the sounds. Again, I'm sorry a few minutes late here. I'm Abhi DhiYogi. Let me catch my breath. With a few songs, stories, and ideas on today's curation about to or not to learn is the question. Peculiar question, I guess. Yeah. But it's the one question that I ask myself after everything or whatever happens. Whatever it may be, personal, professional, or just casual. Yeah. Something happens. Good, bad, ugly, positive, negative, or neutral. Success, failure, or nothing. Long story short, whatever happens, the one question I ask is to learn or not to learn. What I mean by that, I'll explain a little bit later. But I think you know where I'm going with this. To learn or not to learn is a choice that I have. When it comes to any experience that I'm living through, whether to learn from it or not to learn. And similarly, whether to learn or not to learn from those that, whom we meet along the way. Or to learn or not to learn from, I guess, situations that make no sense at times. So we'll talk about this idea that I try to practice. But after this song, it's a new song that I've never played before, but I'll give it a shot. I was trying it and it was playing in my head, but never found the time to practice or figure it out. But I'll give it a shot. से है दवा भी, हर आदत है हमें रोका है खुद को, लेकिन रह ना सके इन लहरों में आकर ऐसे हम बहे, ले डूबी जा रही है गहराइयां हमें। ले जाए हमें ये लहरें, हमें डूबे हमें गहराइयों में। लहर 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 गहराइयां 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 गहराइयां। Just something I guess I'll try. So as we were saying, the question is to learn or not to learn. And it's a choice that we make. So one of the biggest challenges that I've faced in my life with starting on, something that I want to do, or something that I want to learn, or something that I want to achieve, is the fear of failure. What if I fail at that? What if I fail at this? That's been my fear that I believe has receded over the years, only because I believe I started to practice on, do I want to learn or not to from whatever happens? So I succeed. What can I learn from it to be better? If I fail, what can I learn from it to be better? So just as an example, I sang a song that I've never sung before, here live streaming to whoever is watching and has made the time. And only I can say this because I know that I didn't fear that it might not come out good, or it may sound off or whatnot, but as it is, I sing out of tune. That's a different story. Or sing songs the way I can, yeah. So long story short, my only thought was, hey, I felt like singing, let me give it a shot. And whatever happens, let me learn from it so I do better next time. That's it. So I sang whatever I could, in the way that I could. And I enjoyed it because it came out all right, I guess, to, whatever my capacity is. Nothing like the original, but I wanted it to be unique anyways. So, that brings me to the second part that I've come to realize. With the approach and with the mindset or with the attitude that whatever happens, or is happening, do I learn from it or not to? If I answer that, or will I learn from whatever will happen in the future or not? Do I want to learn or not from the happenings of the future? I believe when the answer is yes, whatever happens, let me learn from it. If the answer is yes, then what I'm doing right now in the present, I believe I give it my best that I have. Not per someone else's benchmark or grades or appreciation or accolades, no. The best that I have, that I can, that makes me happy with, hey, you know what? I gave it my best. And what happened after that? I sang out of tune, or I didn't catch the chords properly, or this happened, or that happened. All areas of improvement that I'll make a note. And next time, hopefully, I'll remember to practice and not make the same mistakes, if I may say, or improvise on them so there are less mistakes. So this question, to or not to learn, before I embark on anything, has helped me learn I think quite a bit. And not about, I would say, science and management and AI or math and history. Yeah, I don't know about all that. I'm not talking about that learning, right? That we get from the books. But what this has helped me learn is whatever the experience has been, whatever the book is saying, to understand it a little bit better and to realize how that is helping me grow, right? Whatever I'm reading, whatever I'm going through, or whoever I'm meeting. So, this question of to or not to learn, whenever I choose to learn from whatever it is, I feel a sense of growth in the way I perceive what's around me, who's around me, and in the way that I feel connected to those around me, to whatever I'm doing, and to this nature, earth, environment that we're talking about, in which I exist, a little bit more sense of appreciation and connection whenever I choose to learn. As you ponder on that idea, let me sing a song. With you, without you, all I ever do is cry, cry, cry. When you said that you love me, babe, took me a while to realize what happened when you said that you hate me, friend. Took me a while to realize and understand. With you, without you, all I ever do is cry, cry, yeah. Guess I'm cursed that I want so much when I get what I've asked. I wish for what I had. Guess I ruined 'cause I need so much when I get what I've asked. I wish for what I had. With you, without you, all I ever do is cry, cry, cry. Thank you. So the question, to or not to learn? Has helped me evolve into learning from whatever happens or whatever is, to find the lesson in it. From different results, from different experiences, situations, different people, different books. What can I learn? What is the lesson that will help me grow? And in the pursuit that I'm, moving forward. And the dilemma was, I realized, in my pursuits I wished for this and that. Things, expectations of how my future should be, or expectations of how the people should be around me. I wished for that. And after getting all that I wanted, I used to ponder, hey, life was so simple when I was a kid, or when this was there, or when that was there, right? Which was less than what I have now. But, It was so simple and nice. That used to be one of the things that happened to me, over time. But with this question of to or not to learn from whatever is, I've come to realize that whatever happens is happening for my own good. Only if I choose to learn from whatever has happened. To be a better kid, to be a better teenager, to be a better adult, to be a better husband, father, colleague, or at the work whatever I'm doing, right? Anytime I chose to learn from whatever has happened, I've gotten a lesson that helps me to be better as a human being. And anytime I've chosen not to learn because I can say, for example, something bad happens at work or something doesn't go our way, there's finger pointing, and the client or the boss is saying, hey, you know what, blah, 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 and this is where we went wrong, and you know that it may not be what you did or didn't do, but the point is, in the situation, that seems to be the consensus. And it's very natural at that time to react to it. But, as I said, if I choose to learn from whatever is happening, so in the present moment, what I find myself is, hey, you know what? I'm getting angry because so-and-so said something and alleged something, right? I'll listen first. I'll accept whatever they're saying thoroughly so I can find what is the lesson that I have to learn so I can be better in this conversation and the efforts after this. And with that approach, when you talk, the words that come out would be constructive. So rather than saying, well, that wasn't my fault and blah, 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 I guess I would say, well, thank you for the input. And this is what has happened, which is not, per the goal that we set out to achieve, but it has happened. And what are the areas of improvement for me, for, in the area of this, in the area of that, right? Why don't we discuss that so as we take our next steps, we'll improvise and make sure that this doesn't happen again. So we're not trying to blame each other for something, but rather acknowledging that this has happened and how can we support each other to do better so we achieve this in the time frame is one example. The other might be someone cuts you off on the road, causes a collision. The first reaction would be, darn it, which is natural. But then, if the question arises, hey, you know what can I learn from this experience? I look around and say, hey, you know what? First, no one was injured. Okay, good. Thank you. Second, maybe that person cut me off, but maybe I was driving too close, so I need to make sure that I don't drive that close, maybe. Or let's say I was perfectly fine and this person distracted on their phone came and crashed into me. All we can learn from that is not to be on the phone when driving. So, what do I learn when I look at situations or from people in whatever the situation may be, is either what to do that will help me grow, or what not to do that will help me grow. So what is the lesson? There's only two things: what to or what not to. In every experience, every person we meet that we would judge as good or bad, the good, I believe, or we believe that we're learning something from them, or being with them is helping us grow in the direction that we want to. That is what, in the pursuits that we have, yeah? Then those we meet who deter us from that pursuit, or who show us what not to do, are also helping us in one way or the other. The person who came and crashed into me with being on the mobile phone maybe helped me to remember not to be on my phone when driving, and it may have prevented a bigger accident that might have happened in the future. So, this question, to learn or not to learn, enables us to open up and accept the situation, the experience, the people in it more openly, with open arms, I may say. And in that process, we start seeing the lesson that will help us become better. So if someone does something bad to us, it's very easy to be judgmental and reactive and hurtful. But as a reflection, if we realize they taught us either what to think or what not to think, what to say or what not to say, or what to do or what not to do. Each person, each situation, each experience teaches us, as long as we are ready to learn. So the question again, to or not to learn. Let me play the next song here, please. Space, oh my time, space, where will you go when you leave this time and space? The here is where I'll be when I leave. The time when I leave the space. Touch, and what will you taste? What will you scent? And what will you see when you leave? The time when you leave here I will know what is real. The touch of the breeze, the taste of the rain, the scent of the earth, the sight of the sun, the sound of the sky, all within us. You, me, everyone and everything. In the now, in the here, I will know, I will know the peace, the love, the truth within. Now and here, in the now, in the here. Thank you. So as we were saying, with the approach of learning from everyone and everything, we open up and start seeing the lesson. And in that whole process, we give the best that we have. And this practice of learning from everyone and everything, every experience, if we again reflect on it, has yielded, if I may say that, me to be in the present moment. I'm not worried about the future because I learn from whatever happens. Yes, those contemplations, worries, all those come. I'm not saying it's perfect, right? It's a practice. But I'm not as worried about it as I was yesterday. A little bit better today. Why? Because I'll just learn from whatever happens, whatever may be the lesson in it. And why will I learn if I think about that, right? Well, that's my approach, I would say, or my mindset or whatnot. But what has that enabled me to do is ground or anchor to the here and now, to the present, where everything is happening. The conversation, the guitar, the results, the future and the past. Everything is happening in the present, in this moment. But when I anchor into the here and now, in this present moment, because I've become less fearful or contemplative about what may happen, and I've spent less time in going back to the past and analyzing the patterns. Yeah, some reflections, but for whatever happens, going back to the past and you did this and you said that and that is why, right? I've stopped or receded on that. But both of the practices, again, not going to the past or the future, have yielded in me anchoring to the here and now. Why? Because the lesson is in the here and now. It's nowhere else. It's not in the future. It's not in the past. Whatever is happening is teaching me something or the other on what to or what not to. If I'm meeting someone, good or bad, is teaching me what not to or what to in my pursuits. So everyone is a teacher. Everything is a teacher. So to learn from everyone and everything, not just the books, not the teachers, not just someone that we look up to, but everyone and everything, This whole universe is teaching us something or the other. As long as we're in the here and the now. And what helps me to be in the here and the now is to ask the question, do I want to learn or not to learn? And if the answer is yes, it's a matter of time before I come to the here and now. And in this present moment is the learning, is the opening up, is everything that helps me grow. And if I were to sum up everything that helps me grow in one word, that would be love. So what do I find in the here and now is love. So when I give something in the here and the now, it's with love. Some words filled with love. Some thoughts filled with love. Some acts of kindness filled with love. And whatever I get, good or bad, happy or sad, if I'm in the here and the now, I accept them because they melt in love. So the question is, to or not to learn? And the result is, or the answer is, if it's a yes, this is what has yielded for me in terms of growth or gain. And I'm nowhere closer to any sort of, there's no measure or something, yeah, that I've scored so and so, or I'm X% there. I believe that this is a lifelong practice. It doesn't take too much for me to fall off and again hit the ground and again say, hey, you know what? I overreacted. I lost my anchor and grounding. No problem. I learned something. That situation triggered this in me. Next time I'll do better. So no judgments. Yeah? No regrets. Because everything is a lesson. Everything is a lesson. Everyone is a lesson. Whatever we did right or whatever we did wrong in the past. No regrets. The reason is, all of that put together, the good and the bad, yeah, that we did or that happened, if each moment, if one of those moments, let me put it that way, hadn't happened, I wouldn't be here singing or playing this guitar. I would be doing something else. So, especially in times of good, when I reflect, I thank all that I did, good and bad, that taught me what to or what not to for the future. All the good and the bad that happened to me, that taught me to be a little bit better in the next situation or the experience. So it's developed, I guess it's helping me develop a sense of thank you, gratitude for whatever is or whoever is. And in this present moment, with that approach of trying to learn, that'll help me grow. Finding peace, finding love, finding the lessons that are the truth, at least glimpses, are coming forth. So how to stay in the here and the now, as we get pushed and pulled by the past, the future, and life in general. What's the secret? Is what I started with. Latching onto the breath, or catching the breath, or being with the breath. If I have to, I count my breaths, but try to be with the breath. At work, in conversations, in in playing the guitar, when driving, or doing anything else. And when I'm with my breath, I find myself to be in the here and the now. Not forcing myself, right? Or not changing the breath or anything like that. Just noticing the breath or having the attention on the breath enables me to be in the here and the now, in which I find life to be fulfilling, more fulfilling than when I'm not there in the here and the now. And in which I find love more than any other situation or experience in which I wasn't there in the here and the now. And more so, when I'm with my breath, I realize a little bit of the truth or the lesson, a little bit, yeah, one step, that sheds a light on the next step. And I feel a sense of completeness that I can't put into words. But every day and in every way, as long as I learn from whatever comes, whatever happens, from each and every moment and experience, I find happiness and sadness both teaching me something to help me grow. Good and bad teaching me something that will help me grow. Light and darkness teaching me something that will help me grow. Positive and negative teaching me something to help me grow. Be it situations, be it people, be it experiences, all helping me to grow. And I hope by sharing these words and what came to me today, it helps you in your pursuits. And only one question to ask if we forget: to or not to learn. Thank you. Hope to catch you tomorrow, same time, 12 noon CST, with another curation. If you want to watch the recordings or read the books, please visit abhi.dhiyogi.org, abhi.dhiyogi.org. Thank you.